What's going on, guys? Fitful Cars here, and in the last video we put these very nice racing seats, Mercury. If you didn't see that video, please check it out, and alright, so the main thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the mesh grill. We're gonna cut out what's there, which is the OEM thing, which is all cracking. So we're just gonna use this nice mesh grill that's metal, and hopefully do that. And we might not finish it because it's a long process, because everything has to dry and stuff. So that's the main thing of the video. Alright, got the seatbelt thing. Now I just need to put the harnesses on, which I don't know if I'll do today, but I can get this through the holes right there. So yeah. Alright, got the harnesses put back on the car, besides just the bar area. I could just put that on later, but I got other things to do, so let's get right to it. Also, I'm still selling these. I'll take like 200, maybe 150. I just want to get rid of them, They're nice seats, they're just like a little faded right here. Man, it looks worse on camera. But yeah, please, if any offers, just message me through Instagram. There's a link in the description. Alright, so next day, and we're going to be taking off the grill and replacing it with the mesh, so let's get right to it. Alright, so here is where we have to take off. Like here, 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 here. Looks like 4 connections. And some down below. So we're gonna have to find out how that works. So, oh, this one's zip tied on there. So I can cut that. And then these ones, I don't know. So I'll probably get like, I got these. Let's see if it'll cut it. This is such an awkward angle. I forgot my tripod, that's why. Oh, there we go. I got it. Alright. I got the grill off. Here's what it looks like. It's like, as you can see, it's really cracking and stuff, and to get a new one, it costs more. So I'm gonna cut this out with Sawzall or whatever and the Dremel. And here's what it looks like without it. See the aftermarket fan my dad did a long time ago. It looks nice. So let's get right to it. Alright, I got the Toyota logo off. It was just one screw that was in the middle right there. So I got the drill with the little thing. And yeah, I watched like multiple videos, so I won't F it up. So I got it marked with the orange marker. So let's get right to it. I wish I had my tripod, but I don't. So I think I'm gonna just put my phone like this. So, yeah, and also take the glasses. Okay, so I got these 2 metal pieces. I just put them right here, one right here, and then obviously right there. So I think this will help. Alright, so it's going good so far. I just gotta cut these areas, and then I think right here as well. So yeah, I had to flip it over. Alright, I got this off right here. Turned out good. I used the Dremel, and obviously that from the time lapse. So now I'm going to use the Dremel and get this down the pretty much flush, but maybe leave it a little bit so it can like hold in it the grill better. But we gotta leave, if you're doing this yourself, leave these tabs right here, because you're gonna need them again, obviously, because that's for that. So let's get right to it. All right, I put painter's tape on there, so just in case if I skip, it won't chip this up, and that means I have to put body filler if I do that. So I just put a precautionary thing. So yeah. All right, we got all these lines cut from both sides. Now we're gonna do this, which I'm gonna cut not with the Dremel because that'll take forever. I'm gonna use like a saw, and actually for the grinder. So yeah. All right, I got this sanded down pretty good. I'm gonna sand it more because I started to use sandpaper a little bit, and I used the Dremel a little bit more on all these up here and down there. Make sure they're flat. This one's great. Yeah, some of them are pretty flat, but it's going good so far. It's just some of this is like, I don't know, this one's kind of broken right here. Might have to use some JB weld or something, or some plastic glue. But yeah, that was already like that because this thing's really old, obviously. But yeah, I'm glad it's going out so good. I need to get these done. These, I feel like these are gonna be kind of hard. But yeah. All right, I got this part off, but it made a hole because it's like a divot right here. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know. I mean, the metal is got in the video I watched. The metal bends like this way inwards, and then do a little cut for here, and then kind of just, I don't know, goes around it. And well, I don't remember how he did it, but yeah. All right, looks good so far. We got 2 of those areas cut out besides the thick part, which I'm gonna have to get like a handsaw or something for that. So let's get to it. This side done, I'll cut up with the Dremel, and the first thing we did was this. We cut off parts of this, and then this side I just sand it down with this bit. So here's what these pieces look like, I guess. But yeah, it's going good so far. Sucks it on my tripod, but this would be a really long time lapse. But if I had my tripod with me, and luckily I have my speaker listen to music, but I can't play it because it'll probably get copyright. But yeah. All right, I got both sides cut out. Now I think I just gotta cut this top part right here and then keep these tabs. So yeah. All right, so this is all the progress I got so far. I mean, all I gotta do is pretty much cut off this part right here, and then same on the other side. But yeah, it's almost done. All right, so next day, I got the 2 little things cut off right there and here. And then I'm just gonna start grinding it off with the rest and yeah, get the metal around it. All right, I got this part cut out right here. And then same with this. This is what it'll look like when it's done. Looks good so far. All right, so next week, I ran out of time, so hopefully we'll finish it this weekend, so let's get right to it. All right, so I'm gonna start the sanding progress. I'm using 100 grit, and I'm gonna be just sanding off these kind of ugly areas right here, and also especially right here. because I don't want to use the Dremel because I might go too deep or skip. So let's get right to it. Alright, I got a lot of the sanding done. I mean, it's still like you can see it, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll continue sanding soon. I'm just gonna start making the cutout. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a long piece of cardboard. You're gonna, I think, flip this around and you're gonna trace it with like a Sharpie so you can cut the right shape out for the metal. So let me get the cardboard. All right, so what we're gonna do is get a flat piece of cardboard and, you know, put it like that, and then you're gonna get a Sharpie and you're gonna trace all around it the best you can. Also, you could probably get like a ruler or something, but make sure you know, do it like that, because you're gonna cut parts of this off anyway. So yeah. All right, I got the Sharpie. Just gonna trace around it the best you can. It just has to be like, the shape of it doesn't have to be perfect. So all right, got it traced out. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, it's all right. I mean, that's obviously not gonna be perfect, but it doesn't have to be, because it's you know, it's bigger than the actual front right here. So get the metal down. All right, I got some heavy stuff on here so I can make it more flat. So yeah, not like something too heavy, I guess. And then what you want to cut it with is like with the, not with the Dremel or anything like that. Well, if you have a certain bit, yeah, my phone's still glitching. Anyway, you're gonna want to use like a cutout. Next up at Walmart, we got a die grinder for the air compressor because we didn't have one. My dad said he used to have one, but it broke. So just gonna use this one. It was like a cheap one. It was like 15 bucks. So yeah, and we do have some extra discs. So yeah, we're just gonna cut this out. Well, use that orange marker, you know, go around the line and, you know, cut it. So my dad helped me with the first cut. So this is cut off all this excess. We still got to do more cuts, I think tomorrow. So marked it with the orange marker. So we have to cut off this little 2 pieces right there, and then this big bottom, and then the little corners, and then bend it in place, and then I think, you know, attach it with, I don't remember, like some aluminum or something. But yeah, it's going good. And then before I put it on, I'm gonna do something really nice. So stay tuned for that if I get this far. All right, we got almost the rest of the cuts. All we gotta do is these two right here. What you do is you gotta fold this in, and then do some notches right here, and then here. But yeah, it looks really nice so far. I can't wait to get this done with. All right, we got the logo put in. Very nice. So we had to cut these little tab things off because they're kind of in the way. So we're just using the screw that, you know, came with it, and a washer. So it looks really nice. So see what it looks like in the car. Here's what this side looks like. We all bent the metal all the way, but we're not done yet. We're pretty much done. We just gotta glue all this so it'll be secure, and then I might do my logo here. I don't know, but see what it looks like in the car. Wow, that looks so nice. And we're not even done yet. And I couldn't even get it all in the way because we got to order those clips, because like they all broke pretty much. But yeah, it looks super nice. You can even see the freaking fan. Man, it's crazy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Obviously it's not done, but it's pretty much done. So probably get it done off camera or the next video. But yeah.